Hey guys, Barry here with Epic. In today's video, we will be teaching you how to use the all-new Kaabo TFT display, which is used currently on the Wolf King GT and now as well on the Mantis and Wolf X GT models as well. So let's jump into it. So to power it on, I just like to mention it's not as obvious as for some people because you can't see the power button anywhere. It's actually right behind or in front of the controller right over here. So you're just going to hold this for around 2 to 3 seconds. Once you hit that, you'll notice the Kaabo logo coming onto the TFT display in color. Now there is an extra layer of protection you can add if you want, which we recommend is nice. It's password protected, so no one can start it unless you have the password, which you can set through the advanced settings, which I will show you how to do in this video. So we've set a temporary password, a very simple one, simply 1000. So to toggle through the numbers, you just use the plus and minus buttons on your controller. So we'll get to 1, then to move forward, you press the M button, 1000. Now we're in the display. So now the initial display settings, I'll go over what everything means here. So at the top left, we have the current voltage that usually it signifies the battery level. So right now we're at 72.2 volts on a 72 volt system, which the maximum would be about 84 volts. This shows over here the battery percentage 54%, which correlates to what 72 volts is on a 72 volt system. Top middle over here you have your time. Top right, you have what mode you're in, whether you're in single motor or dual motor. So that can be changed. To change, by the way, from single motor to dual motor, it's a simple tap or hold of the plus button. So if you hold the plus button, you'll notice the rocket ship pops up and we got dual motor. To go back to single motor, same thing. You're going to hold the plus button for around 3 seconds. Now we're in single motor mode. Now, in the middle is your kilometers per hour, so your speed, or you can change it to miles per hour if you're in the States. Right here, you just got the Kaabo logo. Middle left, we have your gears, your gear selections to your speed. So right now, we're currently set to level 1. I just want to make a note that you can actually go down from 1 into what's called eco mode. All right, and then all the way up to level 5, which is going to be your fastest speed. All right, again here, we already touched on this. This is your battery percentage. And then below you have some information such as your total odometer, your current trip, and then you have your average speed and max speed. To reset this, the trip setting, the button for a few seconds, hold M, and a warning sign pops up. It says, take care. This operation will clean all the trip information, and it gives you the option of yes or no. So if you don't want to, you can simply click no if you clicked it by accident. But in this case, for the example, I'm going to click yes. So I think here we have a trip of 2.3 and some average and max. So that should clear that out. So I'm going to go to yes. And as you can see, now the trip is at 0. Average speed and max speed has also been set to 0. All right. So now we're going to get into the advanced settings. So to get to the advanced settings, I'm actually going to have to turn off the display because to get into it, you have to hold the mode button, the M button, for about 3 seconds, within 20 seconds of the display turning on to be able to get into there. Right now, if I hold the M button, as I showed you, you get into the trip reset. So let's turn this display off. Power button, repower on. We're gonna have to re-enter our code again. So let's just do that. All right, so 1000, we're in, and now we hold M right away. Voila, we're into the advanced settings. Now, I really love these advanced settings compared to the old, like the Mini Motors displays or the LT01, because it's very, very clear. Like the other settings are P1, P2, P3, where you kind of have up to P9, PA, B, C, D, where you kind of have to remember it and sometimes make reference. Here it's actually all spelt out for you, so it's very simple. So you see, you go down, It's not like P4 where it's, or P5, whatever it was for unit of measure. It says here unit, and you can see here kilometers per hour or miles per hour. So you could change it from metric kilometers per hour or miles per hour in the States. We're in Toronto, Canada. We go by kilometers, so we're going to keep it kilometers. Once you select what you want, you go to exit. Second option is set time. So right now it's currently showing 7:41, which is actually incorrect because we just had daylight savings. We rolled the clocks back an hour, so I'll take the opportunity to fix that now. So you press M to move forward, and then up or down to move up or down in the time. So I'm going to change that to 6:41. That's the time currently. And then I'm going to hold the M button. So now our time has been adjusted to 6:41. Next option here is backlight. So right now it's set to level 5. So this is how bright your TFT display is going to be. 5 being the brightest, 1 being the least brightest. So we like it bright. We're going to leave it on level 5. Just hold M. Next option is auto sleep. So this is how long your scooter is on for idling before it automatically shuts off. Right now we have it set to 5 minutes. You can turn that off if you want it to stay on forever, or until the battery dies, of course, or you can increase it, I believe, up to 30 minutes. So it goes in increments of either off 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. All right, we'll leave it at 5 minutes. This is the section where the password. So right now the password is on. If you don't want a password, if you want to just turn it on and just go, you can do that by changing this to off. So as you can see, the password is set to 1000, which is what is the password we use to get in. So I'll leave that for now. The next setting is your display info. Display info gives you a list of serial numbers. So you have the serial number of your scooter and the version of the software. To get out of that, you just hold the M button. And now we get to the advanced settings. To get to advanced settings, you're going to need to enter your password in again. So let's put 1000. Move forward. Okay, so now in the advanced settings again, detailed very nicely, spelled out for you, written, so you don't have to remember any settings. It's, like I said, it's actually a pleasure to use this new TFT display. So we have diameter, it's set to 11-inch. We're on the Wolf King GT, which has 11-inch tire, so we're going to want to keep it there. Again, the importance of having the correct tire diameter is to measure your speed. It measures the revolutions, how fast you're going, and that translates to how many kilometers per hour you're doing or miles per hour. Speed, here's the second setting is your speed limitation. So if you want to, right now we're set to 100%, so this is the maximum output of speed that this scooter can handle. If you want to tame down the beast, you can tame it down to, whatever percentage you want. If you want to go half the speed, go down to 50 or 60 and so forth. Or if you're landing it to somebody and you don't want them to go the full speed, you can bring it down, bring it up anytime you want. The next option here in advanced is your speed magnets. Speed magnets, as usual with any display, you don't want to mess with this. This is something that's set by the factory and shouldn't be touched. Then you got the ABS option. ABS option for ABS brakes. Currently it's set to off. You can turn it to on. You'll notice that there's a symbol if you do turn it on your main settings, as well as the kickstart. Right now we have the kickstart off. You can turn a kickstart on. So if you want to, right now if we get started, you can just simply tap the throttle and it will go. So I usually recommend to actually turn it on because it's just a nice safety measure, so nobody by accident say, hey, what's this, holds the throttle and takes off on you, or yourself by accident hitting it and letting it go. So that's your user preference, of course. We also have a cruise control option, so you could turn that on as well. So if you're moving at a constant speed for about 10 seconds, 8 or 10 seconds, I believe, it will hold that speed, that power, and you can cruise. Temp protection. This is, if it hits 120, it'll shut 120 degrees. That's when it'll kill the motor. System voltage, again, something you don't want to touch. unless, you know, backs you mix it up. But this is a Wolf King GT. It's a 72 volt system, so it's set to 72. No reason to ever touch that. And then low voltage is, again, at 56, so it's going to shut. That's when it tells the system when to shut it down. And then you have assistant mode, which helps you with electronic braking system and ABS. And you have signified by 5 different levels, level 1 through 5. So that's everything there in the advanced settings. All right, just, oops, let me just get out of here. Let's exit and go back here for a second. Okay, so I think we pretty much went over everything in this display. Again, like I said, very simple, very straightforward. I think they did a great job with this display. Now I'll just touch on a couple of the extra buttons that you have on your controllers that I didn't do yet. You have below the controller, you have, I guess there's four more buttons here. So you have your lights, so you could turn on the lights simply by tapping the light button, and it'll also be signified by a blue LED light, although it's very visible, very bright. It's 360 degrees of lighting. So you got in the front, the sides, the rear, everywhere. We got a party going on, right? We got a strobe light effect if you want to start a real party. And then we also have signals. So you got right and left signals. So if you hit the right signal, you're going to have a light on the front fork and as well on the rear. Do the left, it'll be on the left also, and it also signified by the LED lights to let you know what's on. Right now I currently have both of them on, so now it kind of has like the 4-way flasher effect, certainly. So we have the 2 fronts blinking, and we got the 2 rears blinking. If I want to turn off the left, simply turn off the left, and now I have a right signal going. Okay, and then finally the last button on the bottom is your horn. It's a very loud horn. Almost, actually, this one specifically, I think it's like louder than a car, but here we go. Woo! Blows you away there. So, yeah, that's the TFT display by Kaabo. I think I hit everything here, but if you have any questions, as always, ask below, comment below, and we'll get back to you. I'll put in the description, I'll put all the instructions as well again, so you can read up on that. But again, very straightforward display. If you enjoyed this video and it helped you out, please don't forget to give us a like and subscribe for more awesome content. Otherwise, wishing you guys an epic day or night. Peace.